Hey guys, welcome back to Dating to Win. And today we're going to talk about the mindset of a successful person. Now, you might be wondering, why are we talking about the mindset of a successful person on a dating podcast? Because success in dating, just like success in life, starts in the same place, the mindset. The truth is, attraction isn't just physical, it's psychological. Confident people attract confident energy. Focused people attract stability. Emotionally balanced people attract peace. When your mindset is right, everything about you changes. The way you carry yourself, the tone of your voice, the type of people you draw in. I'll tell you, it all shifts. That's why some people seem to attract effortlessly. And it's not luck. It's alignment. They're living life at a higher frequency. So today we're going to talk about what that really means, how successful people think differently. Because when you learn to rise above the noise in your career, your habits, and your life, you naturally rise above the nonsense in your dating life. They're connected. And the moment you start thinking like a successful person, you start loving, leading, and living life like one. There's something truly different about successful people. I don't think it's luck. I don't think it's privilege. It's the way they see life. Most people live reacting to everything. The opinions, the noise, the chaos, the constant pull of negativity. Successful people, on the other hand, they learn to rise above it. They've trained their minds to see life in what I call the fourth dimension, a level where perspective rules emotion and purpose outweighs distraction. They don't get blinded by the surface level nonsense that consumes everyone else. They keep their eye on the bigger picture. And sadly enough, most people are trapped in the first three dimensions of life. The first dimension is the physical. It's the world of possessions, status, appearance, chasing things to prove your value. Now, there's nothing wrong with having nice things. I love them. But when they define your peace, they start owning you. The second dimension is the emotional. This is where people live on edge, always reacting, arguing, defending, and comparing. They let temporary feelings steer permanent decisions, which can be very dangerous. And the third dimension, well, this is the social dimension, the world of opinions, gossip, and comparison, where everyone's highlight reel makes you question your own life. It's the noise of keeping up. It's the exhaustion of pretending, the constant chase for approval. Does it sound familiar? See, when you're stuck in these three dimensions, you never get to see life clearly because you're too busy reacting to it. Now, the fourth dimension is awareness. It's where you stop being lost in chaos and start observing everything from above. It's the ability to say, this situation doesn't control me, my mindset does. Successful people, they live there. They look at problems like a pilot looks at turbulence. It's temporary, it's manageable, and it's necessary to reach altitude. They see frustration as feedback, delay as development, and pain as proof that they're still in motion. When you think on that level, I'll tell you, life slows down, you see further, and you react less. And you start realizing how much what used to upset you was never worth your energy to begin with. That's the fourth dimension. And I'll tell you guys, it changes everything. So how do you get there? How do you train your mind to rise above all the nonsense, all the noise, the negativity, and see life from that higher level? It starts with awareness, but it grows through discipline. Now, here are 4 key things that you can do to rewire your thinking to be more like a successful person. The first thing, stop reacting, start observing. You can't control what happens around you, but you can control how you interpret it before you respond. Pause, watch your emotions like a pilot checks his instruments calmly and precisely. See, awareness creates altitude. The second thing, trade validation for vision. Most people live to impress. Successful people live to progress. Stop chasing approval, start chasing alignment. When you move with vision, the right people will follow naturally. There's no performance needed. And the third thing, turn discomfort into direction. Pressure is proof that you're moving. Every challenge, every rejection, every obstacle is feedback from life saying you're building something that matters. And do yourself a favor, don't resist discomfort. Use it as a compass. Now, the fourth and last thing, it's very important that you protect your peace like it's oxygen. You can't think clearly in chaos, so you got to protect your focus. And that means walking away from gossip gossip and negativity and energy-draining people. Peace isn't weakness, it's preparation for clarity. And when you build these habits, you stop chasing calm and you start creating it for yourself. And that's what separates those who survive and those who succeed. I learned this lesson firsthand. I was very blessed to become successful in my career at a young age. And by the time I hit my late 20s, I had everything most people spend a lifetime chasing. I had the cars, the houses, the business, the lifestyle. But funny, I didn't have happiness. And you know what I really wanted? I wanted to get off that hamster wheel. I wanted my freedom. But there was still one thing that I had a fear of. I had this tremendous fear of heights. So I decided to face that fear head on, and I started training for my private pilot's license. I would spend hours flying in that train or with my instructor, sometimes without. And whether I was taken off from a New Jersey airport, a Philadelphia airport, or a Delaware airport, I always found myself pointing the nose of the plane toward the same direction. The New Jersey shore, the New Jersey beaches. They're beautiful, beautiful places all year round. Now, driving to the shore in season by car is sheer chaos. It's bumper-to-bumper traffic, horns blaring, people cutting each other off. The usual weekend madness that takes a 2-hour car ride and turns it into 4. But the first time I took off in that plane at 14,000 feet in the air, I looked down and I saw it all from above. The gridlock, the frustration, the arguments, the 3 dimensions of daily life in motion. But the cool thing about it is I wasn't in it anymore. I was above it. From up there, I could see the ocean, which was my destination before I even left the county. The same trip that took 2 hours by car, it took me 25 minutes by air. And that was the moment the concept of the 4th dimension really hit me. Everyone else was stuck in the noise, fighting, pushing, cursing, crawling, all trying to get toward their goal. But I was calm, focused, peaceful. I was seeing the full picture, free from all that nonsense below. And that's when it all made sense to me. Success isn't about the car you drive or the house you live in. It's about learning to rise above, to live your life from that 4th dimension, where clarity, control, and peace replace chaos, ego, and noise. Because when you train your mind to rise that high, everything else, including love, starts to move at a higher altitude also. So think about it. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, stay aware, stay elevated, and always date to win. Thank you for listening on the podcast. Thank you for tuning in on the YouTube channel. And gentlemen, remember, we're not just dating, we're dating to win. And I'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for listening to Dating to Win. If you're serious about improving your dating game, don't miss an episode. Hit the subscribe button or go to youtube.com/datingtowin25. Good luck out there, and we'll see you on the next episode of Dating to Win.